can save even more. It's a simple shift that helps reduce strain on the energy grid, supports a more sustainable future, and keeps power reliable for everyone in our community. Because at Fayetteville PWC, we're committed to being environmentally responsible, dependable, and deeply invested in the place we all call home. Timing matters, and smart timing means savings. Learn more at startsaving@faypwc.com.
Wake up, it's the Coach Brickey Sports Show with the team that can give you what you know, what you need and what you want on the court. For football, the basketball, and every other sport. With Troy and DL and Dr. Carl Brinkley and Paul and the Coach Robert Brickey. It's time, get your coffee and get ready for the flow. Get ready for the Coach Brickey Sports Show. And get ready for the flow. And get ready for the flow.
To you back on a Monday. That's right, that rap is there by our most able producer, and that is Reverend Paul Matthews. You see, he hooked that up, man. Let's get down with it. Got the old men in here rocking, man, you know. You young fellas would be glad to see the OGs in here getting down like that. Reverend Paul's filling in for, he's away getting some R&R, and that is Reverend Carl, and Reverend Carl is a big-time Dallas Cowboy football fan, and look, I'm waiting for this football season to come about. So I'm Troy, and we're at the flagship station at the We Do Radio Network. That's 2520 Murchison Road here, and in the studio with me is Reverend Carlton Brown, and Reverend Brown is hails from Jamaica. Thought about going pro soccer, but God led him in a different way. And so now he's the pastor of the Mount Zion African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church in Eastover, North Carolina. But he's probably our most informed person because he watches everything. So we're glad to have him on the midst. We have certainly DL. I affectionately call him our local Stephen A. And then we have the namesake of the show. That's Coach Robert Brickey. E.E. Smith alum, Hall of Famer there, went to Duke University, and his jersey number was 21. That's the closest he could get to Jordan. And so played in 3 Final Four games. He's been the captain of his team, 1990 National Championship starter, first team All-ACC, and finished his Duke career with 1,299 points, 649 rebounds, and he had a career 54.8 to 55% field goal percentage, which is awesome.
Very good.
Making him one of the Duke's most effective scorers of that era. But here's the thing, though. He was known in the ACC at that time as King Dunk. So we pass it to Mike. King Dunk, good morning.
Coach Brickey.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Listen, Troy, you got in the archives early this morning, didn't you?
Was good. That was good.
Yeah, look, you had to dig to find that information.
No,
So,
I didn't. No, man. It was surface stuff, brother. I mean,
Low-hanging fruit.
no, but man, really though. So think about his coaching career. He served at Army, SMU, James Madison, Shaw University, and North Carolina Central. So, he has great coaching experience. Glad to have him here.
Good to be with you, gentlemen, this morning. Good to be with you this morning. Look, at a time when I thought we hit that sports drought during the summer, we've actually had a pretty fluent sports summer. World Cup being one of those things that, we don't get every year. And it was, most of it was on our own home soil. And then, of course, we had Summer League and WNBA and golf and tennis. So there's some things going on. and then we open up with football camp this week. I think the Panthers are in the Hall of Fame game. Is that this week or next week? I think it's this week. So football is here, but where I want to open up is the guy that held us hostage for the last few weeks is LeBron James. So he decided to take his talent to Philly, which now Philly has made some moves. So they managed to finagle Jaylen Brown from the Celtics in the same conference. I don't know how they did that. But so you got Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid. You put LeBron in that lineup. They signed Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And then they've got two other bench. So they've got a legitimate 8-man roster. So does anybody think they can win the East?
Easy, man. That's easy. They're going to win the East. I mean, they got the horses. Don't forget Edgecombe. Edgecombe and Max are probably two of the fastest guards in the league. And listen, I don't necessarily like the move because I think Bron is chasing a ring, but now they got a great team, right? I mean, that's what he always looked for, a stacked team. He's got it. I think everybody's still saying New York is still the top dog. Maybe so. But I hear you, Doc. I hear the New York man say, "Here, But I think they have a very legitimate chance of taking the East. And if you're not careful, man, it might take the whole thing. I don't know.
They also, people forget, they signed Anthony Simons last year, and they signed Dean Wade in the offseason. So
that's right.
Two other guards that give them shooting.
Right.
3-point shooters that they could put around Embiid if he stays healthy. Now that is the question.
That's a big question. Right.
DL, can Embiid stay healthy for the entire season?
I agree with you. If Embiid stays healthy, Philly is playing in the NBA championship against somebody from the West. I would have loved to see LeBron team up with Jokic, but the West is, it's harder to win coming out of the West, so I understand it from a strategic standpoint. And, he's playing in Dr. J, the memory of Dr. J, Moses Malone in Barclaystown, so that kind of makes a sense from a marketing, and Philly's going to love him. So it's going to be interesting. So I can't fault him for the team he went to.
Yeah.
I can't, listen, people get on LeBron for chasing rings. Why are you in the league if you ain't there to chase a ring? Because, you think about what they say about Barkley and Pat Ewing. Great players didn't win a ring.
Yeah. So
the fact that they were true and stayed with their teams for extended periods for whatever reason, does that matter now? I mean, so it's always better when you can say world champion.
Yeah.
This is
it's
true.
Funny, Jaylen Brown, 2 years ago when Bronny first came into the league, summer league, they caught Jaylen Brown talking smack about Bronny. So, you can tell those two don't hold no grudges because it's about business. And I agree with you, Coach. It is about getting rings. I think where the basketball junkies want to take shots at LeBron because of the Jordan comparison, and Jordan didn't go from team to team. So it's just talking points for folks who want to engage in that type of stuff.
Well, okay, let's take Jordan's scenario. They were able to put a championship team around him. He didn't have to leave. So what happens if you're in a scenario where your management, your team is not building a capable roster to put you in position to chase a ring? What do you do then?
Yeah.
You beat Jordan, and the Jordan executives will tell you that his thing was, look, I'm here to play, and regardless of who's here. But that was the mindset that it was then, I think that, now understand, LeBron has critics who played. I mean, even Charles Barkley, those guys, they're coming at him pretty strong, So And some people believe that Philadelphia is going to turn on him, that he's not going to produce the way they think he's going to produce. But time will tell.
But the thing is, I don't think he has to produce that much. He's got great players around him. If he just is a stabilizing force and uses experience, because that's what's going to help. Use your experience and your winning. I mean, again, I don't always like everything LeBron does, but he is a winner, all right? He has won a lot.
Right.
He's played a lot. And so, there's something about knowing how to win. That's what happened with San Antonio last year. They didn't know how to win.
Right.
And so you need somebody on your team who, crunch time, you can have a coach on the floor that can pull people together and say, okay, guys, let's slow it down. Let's do this. Let's do it. So he knows how to win. And so I think that's going to help. And again, he's got some studs around him. So it's going to be, it's on.
All right. So when you said, about them going to the championship, they used to say, if was a fifth, and I'll leave that. but I think it really centers around the health of Embiid.
Embiid, yeah.
Because basically on paper, if all of them are healthy, they are winning the finals, But I would also say, in terms of the criticism that LeBron is getting as far as switching teams, you think about it, during Jordan's era, teams was just players were loyal to that team.
Yeah.
And and then for Barkley to be the one to criticize when Barkley went to Houston, thinking that he and Elijah Wan and Drexler could win the championship. The problem with that was Barkley was not in shape.
Too late.
Yeah. But with LeBron and then I guess with the league has changed in the sense of, it used to be a thing where you stayed with a team, as long as you could. But nowadays, you stay them for the length of that contract, and then you find a better place where you can make more money and possibly get a championship. So, yeah.
Let me ask all of you gentlemen, if in your current role, if your organization didn't put you in position to be successful, wouldn't you consider looking at another place?
Oh, sure. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I guess professional sports, though, has another view. People look at it differently.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just, well, you would know that better than all of us. You know what it's like.
Right.
It's just like you at Duke. How do you think Duke fans would have felt if you had gone to Carolina? If there was an NIL, then you had moved over there to Chapel Hill.
Right. Well, listen, so this is what I love about LeBron in Philly. He is obviously at the end of his career. We've been saying that for probably 8 years. But, but he is such a great facilitator. And so he can really impact that team and not have to score at all.
Right.
Because he can pass and orchestrate, and he raises the collective IQ of that team.
Yeah.
So his impact will be felt in other ways. And so I looked at his stats. Do you realize LeBron has scored 43,444 points? He is 5,000 points ahead of Kareem, which I thought would never be broken.
Right.
So at this stage in life, he could relax. He didn't have to play. I mean, not that he didn't have to play hard, but the load is not on him.
Right.
And that frees him up to do other things. So I think he's going to be spectacular in Philly just because of his impact, not even in the stat column. So imagine if Embiid spends the summer with LeBron working out.
But Coach, my question is, do you believe he would do that? I mean, people with egos tend to like, if you've been out there even in our professions, if you've been the main guy and everything's been about you, to take a subordinate role. Do you believe he'll be able to do that?
Yeah, I think so because listen, he has not been winning, and he knows, and he sees that LeBron, he spends $1 million a year on his health, and so he can learn from that. Just so I think that's one way that Embiid can get better, just by learning from the work ethic and how LeBron takes care of his body. So I don't know, that'd be a good thing. That has nothing to do with ego. That's just common sense, seems to me.
Well, I'm gonna watch and see.
Well, I tell you what, opening night, if we look at Embiid and say he looks in amazing shape, that is the LeBron effect.
Yeah.
If he looks like regular Embiid, that's ego.
Yeah. True.
Time will tell.
So everybody thinks that Philly is the odds-on favorite to win the East now and be in the Eastern Conference rep for the finals.
No, I ain't saying that.
If Embiid stays healthy, I think so. Easy.
What we say, Dia?
I'm going with Philly as long as the big man stays healthy.
I mean, who else gets you beat? I mean, okay, the Celtics are down Jaylen Brown. Cleveland,
the defending champs, the New York Knickerbockers.
Is calling y'all out, man. He's shaking his head. What's wrong with y'all?
I'm trying to get Paul mad right now.
Miami, if Miami gets some more pieces, you never know when trade deadline comes, and teams ready to get some guys off their books, contracts expiring. Let's see what Miami Heat gonna do.
And
they got to put some pieces around Giannis.
Yeah.
And Bam, because they lost Hero, who was a shooter. And Dean Wade was in Miami for a little while. Now he's in Philly. So you're right. They got to find some before the sale ends players. To build a roster, because you can't win with Giannis and Bam.
Two big men, you're right.
Yeah, you got to put some shooting because And again, okay, let me ask you this, since Troy likes to label you as Stephen A. Giannis is like LeBron in a sense. He brings a lot of things to the table when he's coming to an organization. How do you think that's going to work with Pat Riley?
Well, he knows what he knows what he's getting into when you go to Pat Riley. Probably one of the reasons why LeBron didn't go back. So obviously Giannis has bought into it. You're definitely not going to see none of his brothers on that roster. That ship has sailed. Doc should have put a stop to that anyway. Right. Just like you said, if they got to bring him some shooters in because the defense is going to collapse on him and Bam, who's a North Carolina native. So I think Giannis is going to feed him. I think he has to like discipline going to Florida because, Pat Riley, he don't fire coaches. He just don't. So
you know what? So Dr. Brown mentioned ego. So this is what I thought about Giannis going to Miami. I was like, Giannis wants to win.
Yeah.
Because he understands, like you said, DL, he understands what he's getting into. He can't bring all that baggage in there.
Mm-hmm.
But evidently he saw something, and Pat Riley did enough of a presentation to say, hey, we're going to surround you with some pieces to win. Now, we haven't seen that yet, but, listen, Pat Riley is not Pat Riley because he's not good at what he does. So,
right.
Pat Riley's been successful in his entire career, player, coach, GM. So I feel like he's got something up his sleeve right now because you can't be satisfied with Bam and Giannis.
Yeah, and you think about Eric Spoelstra. Spoelstra goes from, he was a basketball player in college, so he comes from a basketball background, but he goes from just doing the film. He goes from the video to the coaching bench. And the biggest thing for Spoelstra, he's got the easiest job in basketball because his owner backs him. When he was going through a divorce, he made sure, wait till your divorce finish so I can give you this money. So he's got a good owner. And while we're talking about coaches, we have to talk about J.J. Redick, who I think is a top. Now, a lot of people will give me pushback. I think J.J. Redick is a top 5 coach. And hopefully J.J. sticks it out. He goes to Laker management, and they tell him, this is what we're going to do for you, J.J. Have his back. And if they don't, they should part ways. He's a good coach, and I'm interested to see what he's going to do.
You know, it's interesting you say that, DL. I think Redick is a good coach as well. I think it was hard. I think it's hard to coach LeBron.
It is.
Although he is fantastic on the court, you know, at this stage, you know, he has a lot of political pull and leverage. So, you know, would you want to deal with that? Like, you know, in this stage of my life, if I'm managing an organization, I'm bringing in people who are going to fit in and make the whole process and everybody else better, and not bring headaches to the table.
Yeah. Yeah, LeBron's passive aggressive, you know, and Stephen A's been going back and forth with him ever since they had that little dust up 2 seasons ago. So this is his last stop, but I can tell you about Mr. LeBron James. He didn't announce this is going to be his last year. He's going to do 2 years, because if you go to roll out the 86-87 team, Sixers, Dr. J last year, I watched that as a child. Every place he went to, he got those farewells. So LeBron's going to get that because he has his ego. So he's doing 2 years in Philly.
Well, look, guys, we need to take a break.
Okay.
Coach, can we take a break here?
Sure.
We'll be back for more with King Dunk and Stephen A. and Reverend Brown.
Sure.
By following this.
Make it ready for the flow. Make it ready for the flow.
Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky is set to meet with British Prime Minister Andy Burnham at a naval base in England today. Burnham says the visit today is intended to underline unwavering British support for Ukraine. 1 week after a deadly shooting in downtown Asheville, police say the investigation remains active, but no arrests have been made. The Asheville Police Department said it has identified multiple persons of interest, and investigators are continuing to work to bring those involved into custody. French President Emmanuel Macron held a crisis meeting today to address uncontrolled fires that have forced 250,000 people to flee their homes. Greensboro man faces a charge after being accused of doing vehicular stunts. Rain that has fallen across the Triad can't come soon enough for many farmers, they say. Mike Riley, and
I'm Jamie Monticelli, WIDU Radio News. Cumberland County is hosting 2 community input sessions on the proposed data center ordinance. Learn more about the ordinance development process, visit discussion stations covering topics like water, power, land use, noise, environmental considerations, and economic impacts, and ask questions. There are a couple of events coming up. One is Thursday, August 6th until 7:30 p.m. at Stedman Baptist Church. There's another on Tuesday, August 11th, 6 until 7:30 p.m. at the J.D. Pone Recreation Center. The Fayetteville Cumberland County Crime Stoppers program is the recipient of the 2025 Productivity Award for an area with a population of 300,000 to 400,000. The award was recently presented to the Fayetteville Cumberland County Crime Stoppers program by the Southeastern Crime Stoppers Association during their annual training conference, which was held in Clearwater, Florida. From WIDU Radio, I'm Jamie Monticelli.
Starting out your Monday morning, maybe a stray early morning shower. Otherwise, it is just warm and muggy. Temperatures will make it to about 85 to 90 degrees this afternoon with some increasing sunshine and maybe just a stray downpour. Overnight, partly cloudy in the low to mid 70s. Some isolated morning showers Tuesday, followed by an evening storm threat. Some of those could be strong to severe. High temperatures tomorrow, 89 to 93. I'm meteorologist Chris Michaels in the NCN.
Hi, I'm I'm Mitch Colvin, president of Colvin Funeral Home and Crematorium. For over 50 years, our family has provided professional services with dignity, compassion, and respect with families during a time of need. We realize funeral services are as unique as those we're honoring. We offer a variety of affordable, quality services tailored to meet each family's needs, specializing in burial and cremation services. Proudly servicing Cumberland, Robeson, Hope, Harnett, Bladen, and surrounding counties from 2 locations, 2010 Murchison Road, Fayetteville, 1904 Elizabethtown Road, Lumberton. For more information, visit our website, www.hmcolvin.com.
Remember the rotary phone? Well, soon that's what people are going to ask about gas-powered cars. And every day we see videos of robots becoming more and more like us. Welcome to the future. At Fayetteville State University, we believe that anything really can happen. So wherever it is that you want to go, we've got a program for that. Visit Fayetteville State University and find out how we're preparing students just like you for what comes next. Fayetteville State University. Are you in?
Are you looking for an opportunity to serve the community? Become a part of the decision-making in the City of Fayetteville government and apply to fill an upcoming vacancy on our boards and commissions. You can apply now through July 31st by visiting fayetteville.nc.gov/boards. Click on the red Apply button found in the middle of the page. Boards and commissions are a great way for residents to engage in their community and help build a greater Fayetteville.
Welcome back to Morning Motivation, the start of a great day.
Ladies, it's your time to shine. Join Faith Tabernacle Christian Center for a weekend of ministry, fellowship, and fun during our Sisters Retreat 2026 in Myrtle Beach, October 2nd through 4th, hosted by Pastor Denise Goings. This wonderful retreat will take place in Myrtle Beach and will include transportation by a chartered coach to and from Myrtle Beach, 2-night stay at a luxurious oceanfront property, 2 meals, several life-changing seminars and workshops throughout the weekend by Pastor Denise Goings and others, t-shirts, door prizes, and much more. All this for the early bird rate of just $300 per person. In a double bedroom with a 2 or 3 bedroom condo, a deposit of at least $75 is needed to register. Registration is open until September 20th, but space is limited. So go online and register now. Don't miss this opportunity to get away and fellowship during this life-changing weekend for ladies only. To register, call 910-865-5252 or visit us online at ftccenter.org.
Starting out warm and humid with maybe a stray shower this Monday morning. As we head into the afternoon, it is mostly sunny with highs about 85 to 90 degrees. Overnight, partly cloudy, once again warm and muggy with temperatures in the low to mid-70s. And while you could see a stray morning shower Tuesday, the better chance for strong to severe thunderstorms arrives during the evening. Prior to that, high temperatures about 89 to 93 degrees. I'm meteorologist Chris Michaels in the NCN.
Hey, Cumberland County, you're invited to Coffee with the Commissioners, a chance to ask questions, share ideas, and learn more about Cumberland County government. Stop by on August 4th from 6 to 7 p.m. at Bethany Rural Fire Department, or August 19th from 8 to 9 a.m. at the Hope Mills Public Safety Center. Learn more at cumberlandcountync.gov or follow CCNC.gov on social media.
We'll get it back now, and we'll just give you tidbits of information about Coach Brickey. He was North Carolina Mr. Basketball in 1986. So we want to highlight him today. Coach, back to you, sir.
I appreciate that, young man. Listen, you must have got up early and had nothing to do with look up old stats, but I appreciate it. Hey, look, I want to shift gears a little bit and go to NFL camp. Some of the NFL camps have kicked off. The Panthers have opened up. They start out in the Hall of Fame game, which I believe is this week. I need to look that up. I'll confirm that shortly. And DL's got an update on Panthers, injury update, and then we'll get into some general talk about NFL. So go ahead, DL. Go ahead with your update.
Yeah, Nick Scorton or Scorton? He's their outside linebacker, tore an ACL on the first day of camp, July 23rd.
Oh, man.
That's just not good. That's just not good for the Panthers. So now, but the good thing about football, these 90-man rosters, they go into training camp, and somebody will be cut on other teams, so they'll probably fill that void. So that's just kind of not good for the Panthers starting off. But they should be able to rebound from it. And if you go up to Baltimore, I don't know if y'all remember Diego Pavia. He was like a 5'9" or 5'10" quarterback out of Vanderbilt. You know, Vanderbilt has never been a football school. Jerry Stackhouse did coach there in basketball, though. But he made it to – he was a Heisman finalist. He was invited to New York. He didn't win. Right. And then he said some stupid stuff on social media about the voters. And after that, folks started to sour down on him. Right. But he went undrafted. He thought he was going to be drafted. Went undrafted. The Ravens picked him as a free agent, and they cut him. I couldn't believe it. They must just don't like him. Now, being 5'9" or 5'10" doesn't help him out. But to not make the 90-man training camp, I didn't see that one coming. But another team could kick the tires and pick him up. So, you know, they're not going to put up with a lot of nonsense from quarterbacks. They're just not, especially when you're a long shot to make the team. But as Coach say, training camp is opening up. The Panthers play against the Cardinals, and the Cardinals got a quarterback issue. Jacoby Brissett's out of North Carolina State. They got Gardner Minshew. They don't have no quarterbacks down there. And I feel bad for Marvin Harrison Jr., his dad played for Tony Dungy and Peyton Manning, was catching touchdown passes out of Syracuse. And this is going to be his third year in the league, and he's just not had a good quarterback that can give him the ball. He's lucky he has his dad because his dad never acted out and cried for the ball. It's been times where Marvin Harrison Jr. is you could just tell he's not happy. And I just feel bad for that talent not being used correctly and having a quarterback down there.
And it's got to be frustrating. So,
yeah,
you're a top receiver. You can't get somebody to get me the ball. So that's going to impact. So you say this is his third year. That's going to impact my career. I'm 3 years in already. How long is my career going to be? And then I can't get a quarterback to get me the ball consistently. And so, you know, all of a sudden he demands a trade, then everybody gets all up in arms. Well, he's this and he's that. No. I need somebody to throw. I'm here for a reason. I need somebody to be able to get me the ball consistently. So I understand in some scenarios where a player's frustration with the organization's inability to build a team around that player. So I wouldn't be, there's a lot of quarterback talent coming out. So, but it doesn't seem to spread out in the league, although it has in the last 3 years. It's gotten better, but still not to every team. So, Dr. Brown, who is your team, and what have they done in the offseason?
My team is not the Raiders. it's Baltimore. Baltimore, and they are positioned to have a great year if Lamar just be Lamar. I know they have a new coach, and I think it's going to help Lamar. I mean, he showed up the first day of he was eligible to come in for, he had never done it before. But with the new coach, he showed up, and listen, man, I think they are going to do it this year. So I'm rolling with the Baltimore Ravens, brother.
All right, so do you think, and I love Lamar Jackson because I think he has redefined the quarterback position along in terms of, Cunningham, Philadelphia's quarterback. Mm-hmm. Cunningham a few years back, and Warren Moon, and, some of the more mobile quarterbacks who can still pass. Mm-hmm. But he's done it at another level, like Michael Vick. So,
Michael Vick, right.
Can he get back to that level of play? Because He was MVP, 3 years ago?
Yeah, 2 times MVP. Yeah, he can't get back to that level. Again, I don't see any reason. I don't think he has lost that much as an athlete. I think it's just a matter of staying focused, be disciplined, and again, buy in. I think somehow he and Harbaugh, he just didn't believe in Harbaugh anymore. But again, he's got a new, and anything new is always good. So he got a new coach, and if he buys in and he and the new coach gets in sync, I think he can be who he has always been. So he just have to be himself, man. And so I think he'll be great this year.
One thing about the Ravens, Coach, their owner hardly ever speaks. At the presser, when they asked him about letting Harbaugh go, he was adamant that if Lamar was going to have input, he needed to have his behind at the facility during the off season.
Right.
So that was unique about the owner. And as a Steelers fan, I always say for the last 5 years, Baltimore on paper is better than Pittsburgh. They just injury or a bad game too, because you got King Henry and you got Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, to me, is top 3 quarterback in the NFL. So for the AFC North, it goes through Baltimore and the other 3 teams.
I think I think with Lamar Jackson is he's not the same in the postseason.
Yeah, that's his problem.
It's almost like James Harden, where you're great in the regular season, but postseason, for whatever reason, the passes are not on. You're not handling the ball. So I don't know if it's a pressure issue with him, but yeah, I would like to see how the Ravens will be with this new coach. Pastor Brown said, things new. Sometimes it takes a minute for it to kind of gel. But I hope Ravens don't do well, but because we're in the same division. But but as long as we do better than the Raiders, that's all that matters. As the old saying, I don't have to outrun you. I don't have to outrun the bear. I just got to outrun you. That's it.
Troy, do you have any defense for the Raiders?
Well, first of all, my friend, I thought, Reverend Brown, did you ask him who he didn't like? No, he didn't And he offered that information voluntarily. And I'm telling you, that's okay. My Raiders are going to do good. I mean, they're going to do well. And I'm going to bring a crow sandwich for him to eat on a Monday morning, okay? The Raiders are going to surprise everybody. I'm acting like the Dallas Cowboy fans. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Look, I'm an old school believer. I feel like there are certain teams when they do better, the league is better, and I just feel that way about the Raiders. Like, I'm not a Raider fan. I just remember what was the commentator who passed, who was a long time. He was the Raiders coach a long time ago, in the '70s. Won the Super Bowl in the '70s. What was his name?
John Madden.
Yeah.
John Madden. Yeah. So, growing up, I was a kid. Madden was winning the Super Bowl in Oakland.
Yeah.
And I just think because of their history and tradition, I think the league is better. So I'm with you, Troy. I hope. What's the quarterback's name? Fernandez came out of Indiana.
Hernandez, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I hope he has a fantastic rookie year and does great things with the Raiders. I'd like to see them at least be competitive.
Right.
Because I think that helps the league.
But they said they're not starting him, though. They're not going to start him. They said they're going to sit him for a while.
That's smart.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Because, you know what, man, let me tell you. Even going from Indiana and they went undefeated, won the national championship, all that. The next level is faster than you can imagine.
Yeah.
And those windows are tighter than they were. And that defensive end gets there faster. Everything's sped up. So for you to be able to sit and watch
right
for some games to say, oh, my God, this this is a different level. And it takes a while to get adjusted to the speed of the game. And your decision-making has to speed up without being poor decisions. So that takes time.
Well, guys, Coach, do you remember when they used to have the college all-star game where the all-stars from college used to play the Super Bowl champs? You remember that?
None of us are that old. Sure.
Where you live again?
And Coach,
no, I do not. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Troy.
No, you good.
Coach, you talking about windows being tighter, the throwing windows. You're right. Carlson Beck, who went to Georgia and then went to Miami for the money and almost beat Indiana in the championship game, struggling big time in Arizona.
Oh, is it?
And he's in preseason going against his peers. They say he's struggling to compete 5-yard passes, and he's 26. Hey, Troy, he's one of the reasons why they're trying to change the college rules about these guys getting a certain age. They don't want them playing there up to 28. So he's struggling in Arizona. And, Coach, you're right. It's tougher to throw against that top talent in the NFL.
I think it's like, and we'll get to WNBA. We need to talk about the All-Star game. But I think there's some great talent, young talent coming in the league, especially at the quarterback position, because 10 years ago, there were probably 4 quarterbacks we named that we thought were, legit, could help you win a game type quarterbacks. And that's expanded. But, the bottom of the league team don't have a good quarterback. And so in spite of the fact that we've had a bunch of guys come in, some of them have panned out, like you say, Beck. And so that is the money position, and it's the hardest position. So is there anybody that's going to have impact? I know this was not a great quarterback draft, but is anybody going to have impact in this upcoming season who either is a rookie or maybe moved to a new team?
Malik Willis. You remember when the Steelers, oh my goodness, in 22 when what they call two-hand Kenny Pickett out of Pittsburgh, Tomlin must have been, they practiced in the same facility, the Pitt Panthers. In 83, when they didn't get Dan Marino, they said, we ain't going to let this one get out of the building. And they took Kenny Pickett. And you talk about another struggling quarterback. He's in the Panthers camp struggling to complete passes. So in 22, Malik Willis out of Liberty, and they took him, the Titans took him where they should have took him in like the 5th or 6th round. He didn't pan out in Tennessee. He went to Green Bay. Now, he had a good playoff in backing up Jordan Love in regular season, and that catapulted him to he's battling for a start position, new contract in Miami. So as far as what you just said, Coach, Malik Willis is going to be the one you're going to watch in Miami to see, because they fired their coach and they got a new regime down there. So we're going to watch Malik Willis to see what he can do. And, Sam Darnold, listen, he didn't light it up. How many teams Sam Darnold been to, and he got with Seattle with a good defense. And L.A. lost that. I'm going to be honest with you. L.A. lost. It was more what L.A. didn't do and to lose that Super Bowl. That was L.A. Super Bowl last year, and they're kicking themselves for not winning it, the Rams, and that's why they went out and got Myles Garrett. So we're going to see in the first couple of weeks.
Let me ask you this. So what was the defensive end that retired a few years ago and he's considering coming back? Went to UCLA.
Retired from UCLA?
Yeah.
With Rams,
no,
man.
He retired from the Rams, but he went to UCLA.
From the Rams.
Just 3 or 4 years ago, he retired.
2 years ago, he retired.
He was Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, you're talking about Aaron Donald out of Pitt, University of Pitt. Yeah, he
was
Aaron Donaldson.
UCLA. So he is considering coming back.
Yeah.
And he was one of those dudes like LeBron. Took unbelievably good care of his body. diet, workouts, everything. He did everything right. So for him to be able to take a couple of years off, I don't think that would impact his play. If he comes back and you have those ends on both ends, can the Rams win it?
Yeah, a meeting at the quarterback.
Right. I mean, because Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald on either end.
Serious business, man.
So, and the Rams are already a top tier team. So, would that addition put them over the top?
Well, everybody have them. Everybody have them winning the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is going to be played in their backyard in LA, and so everybody has all but handed them the trophy already. So, we'll see. What about Jackson Dart from Giants? You're talking about young, promising quarterbacks. What y'all think about him?
Didn't the Giants get a new coach?
Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh. He came from Baltimore, went up there.
Man, I like a guy who's been around the league and Harbaugh is a well-respected guy. And I think that helps a young quarterback because, he can see some things maybe in a way to help put that young player in position to be successful. I think that's going to happen. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be a world beater, but I think he'll be solid because of the coaching. And, it's like most things, like Neil just said about Seattle quarterback, Darnold. Darnold bounced around the league. And ended up in a situation where all he had to do was manage a game and let the defense win, and they get a Super Bowl ring. So maybe that's the same type of scenario in New York. Anybody got thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think.
As long as they go ahead.
No, I think with Jim Harbaugh, like you said, coach, he's well respected, and I think he brings some cachet to the position, and I think the players will listen. Now, if the running back Scatterbo, if we stop doing those backflips, and Jackson Dart will learn how to run out of bounds and play wisely, I think they will be a good team because they have the wide receiver. They have a great wide receiver, great running back core, and the quarterback looked very promising last year. If they're not defiant and they just learn and follow the wisdom of the coach, I think they will be a much better team this year and a team that will move up in that division.
Anybody other than Troy got a surprise team this year? Like, I liked Atlanta last year. Again, they don't have a quarterback. But that Bijan Robinson, that running back, oh, my God.
He's a beast.
That kid is special.
Yeah, he's a beast.
And they had, who was the kid they drafted out of Washington, left-handed quarterback? Penix. I thought he would be a little better than he turned out to be. So I think, they need a quarterback. But
he's injury prone. That's Penix's problem, man. He's injury prone. He was injury prone in college, and in the pro, he's doing the same thing. So I don't know what's going to happen, man. They got a quarterback from Miami, which he's not lighting up anything. So so I don't know.
Yeah. He's been the same guy other than the big game. He came in and took over for.
I got lucky. Jalen. He came in and took over from Jalen.
Jalen Hurts, yes.
Yeah.
And he was a star in that game, and then really has taken a step down. Been that same guy ever since that big game. And no judgment, just he's just not been productive in the league. So, and he's had every opportunity. The coach of Miami bent over backward.
Yeah.
To put him in position to be successful, but he just couldn't get it done. So I don't think he's the answer. So they got to find him a quarterback somewhere. Hey, let's turn real quick. We got a couple minutes. WNBA All-Star Game. Anybody got thoughts on that? I like the direction of the league is going. They're going through some things with the commissioner. Any comments on that, Stephen A?
Well, Joshua Jones, I've been watching her play for the Liberty. She's a good power forward. What they need to worry about is the stuff on the court. They're complaining about being harassed. I'm not doubting they're not being harassed, but if you're not being harassed and call all these nasty names in the arena, ain't too much the league can do. What somebody do on social media, contact the police department. So don't even talk about it. You getting paid. They don't think other male athletes get harassed online.
Yeah. It seems, I wouldn't be like, every business has growing pains.
Yeah.
It's all in how you manage those growing pains.
Sure.
And, I don't think the way to handle it is to air your dirty laundry.
Right. Yeah.
I think there's a way to handle it professionally and behind closed doors, because everything that needs to be revealed about what's going on, we don't need to know that. We are fans. We want to see the product. We're not interested in the process most of the time. So,
well, supposedly, Coach,
what do you think about that?
Coach, supposedly they took a poll of executives and players, and they really have no confidence in the commissioner, and it sounds like they're trying to change the commissioner because she is not managing the situation well. I mean, that's what I heard, that they took this poll of executives and players and even managers and stuff, and they said that there's a kind of a no confidence poll right now with the commissioner. So they're looking to maybe move on from her maybe when her contract is up next year. So I don't know, but again, I thought the weekend was good. I watched the 3-point contest. I watched the game. It was an entertaining game, and so I think they're growing, and they're gonna do well if they, as DL said, they get rid of some of the nonsense.
Right. I love the fact that young ladies get the opportunity to watch women play basketball here in the States, and they can aspire to be a professional in their own home country. So I love the WNBA and its growth. I remember taking my daughter when she was a young lady to when the Charlotte had a team here in the Sting, when the Sting had a team. So I like to see Charlotte get a team back. But anyway, I know we're at the end of the hour. Gentlemen, hey, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We do family. We love y'all. Let's make it a great week, and we will see you next week. Troy?
Yes, sir.
Good luck to the race.
All right, guys. That's all right. I'm going to get all you guys back. Okay.